Now we are considering the India and the world, how India is connected with the other parts of the world. For that one we have to see the India's situation in whole world, where India is. Just you see, this is the world map. In world also this one is India, especially in Asia continent. India is there. How in Asia continent its a condition is very centric one. If we are seeing this one is the India, it is almost on the center of the Asia. And in this one also, this is the Indian Ocean. In Indian Ocean also, Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal is here. So both these places are making the India's location especially strategically very important. And one more thing, if you are seeing in the ocean, we are so easily uh, sea route is very open for India to do the trade. And one more story will tell. Suppose in old days what is happening, old days if any Indian trader they have to go to Europe, or how they are going. In old days, suppose from Mumbai port they are going, then they are going crossing through in this way, then in this way full Asia they are crossing, then they are going to Europe. But when Suez Canal is made, this one area is closed. When Suez Canal is made here, then what happen? Indian people directly they are going and going in this way. 7,000 kilometer distance now it is decreased with the making of Suez Canal. So till here this is there. Now coming to the our point. 1 minute. Yes. India and the world, when we are seeing, India is a very strategic central location of India, especially in the Indian Ocean, and India is close contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe from the western coast, and Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. Eastern and western coast that you are getting, because this is the western area, these are the western coasts and these are the eastern coast. From both sides seaports are there, and India is having the close connection from old time itself. Then coming to the next thing, any other country is not having that much situation that is available for India in Indian Ocean. And we are knowing that oceans are the rich source of lot of resources. So India can become a win-win situation in Indian Ocean because of its geographical position. And Suez Canal condition that already we have discussed, when 1869 Suez Canal is made, it decreased the 7,000 kilometer less we have to travel to go to Europe. Then we are coming to the next thing. Already sea routes and air routes are shown here. How we are going. Suez Canal route is this one, going to Europe. Other routes are there. Eastern part of the eastern areas. Here we are seeing that from Kolkata port several places are connected. From Chennai also several places are connected with sea route as well as air route also it is connected. It means India is closely connected with the whole world. But also we are considering the land routes are very much older than to the maritime contacts. We are knowing that Silk Route was there in old days. With the Silk Route we are doing the trade. So that is the land route only. Later on, when little bit development happened, they made the boats, big boats. With that one they started traveling the ocean routes. With all these contacts with the European countries, eastern part of the world, when we contacted, then we exchanged the ideas and our commodities means things. What things we are having, that we provided them, and what things they are having, they provided us. Either it may be purchase or something. And what are the our ideas? Idea of Upanishad, Ramayana, Panchatantra stories, all these things, decimal system that we have discovered, India's numeric system, all these things, building styles, cultures, domes, these things we adopted, something they have adopted. So, cultural exchange happened. Now, when we are coming to the our neighbors, who are the our neighbor countries, already we have discussed that India's is in a very good condition as a strategic point of view. In South Asia also, already I discussed in first video which countries are there in the South Asian countries. So just we have to focus on this map. If we are considering the northwest side, which are the our neighboring countries? This is the Pakistan, then Afghanistan. Then northern part, which countries? China, that is the Tibet part, then Nepal and Bhutan. Then eastern part it is Myanmar and Bangladesh. Then we are coming to the two island countries are there in southern part. One is Sri Lanka, another is Maldives. Getting or not? Just downside of the Lakshadweep, it is the Maldives country. And here Sri Lanka we all are knowing. Clear? So these are the India's neighboring countries. We need to memorize that one. And one more thing is here. Before 1947, there were two type of states in India: the provisions and the princely states. Provinces were ruled directly by the British officers who were appointed by the Viceroy, and princely states were ruled by the local hereditary rulers, means kings, who acknowledged sovereignty in return of local autonomy. This is the very old story, but we know that after the independence, all presidents, princely states are finished, and India country is made. Now one more point is here, because few changes happened, that's why we are discussing. In India, how many states are there, and how many union territories are there? This is the old data. Latest data, that is 28 plus 8. How it is 28 plus 8, that you need to see. Old time what was there? 29 states plus 7 union territories. This was the old time. But now what happened? What happened here? Jammu Kashmir is made the 2 union territories. Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh. Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh. These 2 union territories became. When it is made, then what happened? 29 became 28, plus that 7 became 9. Because 2 union territories are made. But one more change is happened. Here if you are seeing in near the Gujarat, here if you are seeing in this image, Daman and Div, this is a union territory, and Dadar Nagar Haveli, this is a union territory. But present government merged these two, and these 2 union territories they merged and made one union territory, Daman Div and Dadar Nagar union territory. That one made the one union territory. So now it became the 9 minus 1, that is 9. It minus 1 they made, it became 8. So this concept is clear. So present time in India, how many states and union territories are there? At this time in India, total 28 states and 8 union territories. 28 union states and 8 union territories. This is quite clear. Now coming to the Sri Lanka and Maldives that we have seen, then one more point we have to see. Here if we are seeing the Sri Lanka and this one, here it is a very narrow sea. This is known as Pak Strait. Pak Strait. When it is very narrow sea, between two land areas, very narrow sea passage is there, that is known as strait. So its name is Pak Strait. So people are telling Pak Strait is dividing whom? India and Sri Lanka. Then this is a gulf, that is known as Gulf of Mannar. This area is known as Gulf of Mannar. Now you can read this one. Pak Strait and Gulf of Mannar, that is dividing, and already I told that Maldives island that is situated south of the Lakshadweep. This is the Lakshadweep and this is the Maldives islands, that already I told. Then already I told that India had the strong geographical and historical links with the neighboring boundaries. Historical links, that is how in Sri Lanka also some Tamil peoples are living there. 18% Tamil peoples are there. In 18% also 5% Indian Tamils are there. So close relation is there with Sri Lanka. You can see in your atlas in Asia where India is, how it is sharing the boundary. So I hope lesson is clear. Now you need to do the exercise. If any doubt, please comment.